welcome you back to our lesson 2. So these are final revisions. Lesson 2. So in lesson 1 we ended on topic number 4. So we are going to continue with topic number 5 in our lesson 2. So we are doing as many questions as possible so that we equipped ourselves for the exams. So this is our next topic that we are doing, topic 5, which is under coordinate geometry. This one is falling under coordinate geometry. So if you are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, let's make sure we subscribe. So we continue with coordinate geometry. So under coordinate geometry, questions will be coming in this manner. This is how questions will be coming. They will tell you a question like this. This is how a question is. They will say the gradient, they will say the gradient of negative 2 comma k and k comma negative 14 is 2. Then they will tell you they will say find k. They want you to find the value of k. Have you seen the way this question is? This is how questions will be coming. So they will tell you the gradient of these two coordinates, the gradient of the two coordinates here is what? Is 2. Then you are told to find the value of k. How can you find the value of k? Very simple. You just need to know the formula for the what? The formula for the gradient. So you know that under gradient, the formula that we get to use is this one. We say gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the formula that we get to use under the gradient. So we are given the gradient, which is what? 2. So the gradient is given, it is 2, which is equal to. Then y2, you say these same coordinates which you are given, you say this is x1, this is y1. This is x2, this is y2. You do this. Then you just replace. What is your y2? Y2 is negative 14. You say minus. What is your y1? Y1 is k. You put your k there. Then you say over. What is your x2? What is your x2? Your x2 you check there. It is what? K. It is a k that is there. Minus. What is your x1? X1 you check negative 2. Since it is a negative and this one is a negative, this one here will become a positive like this. This is what you're going to have. When you reach here, what you're going to do, you say over 1 here, then you cross multiply. Then you cross multiply. So this is what you are going to do. So when you cross multiply, what are you going to have? You're going to have 2, open bracket. This is k plus 2, which is equal to what? Negative 14 minus k. Like this. This is an equation. So whenever you are multiplying a number and these two terms, you cannot say 2 times k then plus 2. No. You multiply with everything here. You multiply with everything. Even there you multiply with everything. Now, if you want, this is 1. 1 multiplied by everything there. Everything maintains. So from here, 2 times k, this is 2k, plus 2 times 2, that is a 4, which is equal to negative 14 minus k. This is what you are going to do. So this is what you need to know. This one now has become an equation. So you just need to solve this equation. Just a matter of solving this equation. How do you solve this equation? You group the like terms together. So just need to group the like terms together. So how are you going to group the like terms together? What you are going to do is this. You say this is 2k. When this one comes this side, which is having a k, as long as it has crossed this equal sign, the sign will change to become positive k, which is equal to, you already have negative what? You already have negative, we have negative 14 there. So when this one comes this side, this one becomes what? Negative 4. It is positive. When it goes this side, it becomes negative. When you add here, what are you going to have? 3k, which is equal to. So 3k is equal to, what about here? Negative and then negative, I told you you add. So it's 18, then maintain the sign, which is negative. From here, you divide both sides by 3. You also divide both sides by 3, such that 3 cancelled. You remain with what? Where you say k now is equal to, what is 3 into 18? It is 6. Then a negative there, so it's negative 6. So the value of k is negative 6. This is how you need to answer it. This is how you need to go about that one. So this is how you work out this one. This is how you need to work out this one. Okay, so let us move to the other question. Let's move to question 2. Question 2 under this. This was the first question. Let's move to question 2. This is the question 2. So it is saying if A is 6,6, B is 0,-2, C is 0,6, and D is 6,0 are coordinates. Find the first question here. What are you taught? You are taught to find the equation of the line CD. You find the equation of the line CD. So how can you find the equation of the line CD? You need to get the coordinates C and D. So what C? Where is your C? 0,6. Where is your D? So that is your C. Where is your D? Your D is this one here. This is my D, which is 6,0, like this. This is what you need to do. So these are procedures you need to do. After you get these coordinates, first thing, find the gradient. So let's find the gradient. How do we find the gradient? You say x1, y1, x2, y2. This is what you need to do. The formula for gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the formula that we get to use whenever we want to find the gradient. So after you find the gradient here, then you just do this. What is your y2? Your y2 is there, 0, minus y1, it is 6. You just substitute over. What is your x2? Your x2 is 6 minus what is your x1? It is 0, which is equal to. So there you are going to get negative 6 over what? Over 6. Finally, your answer is negative 1. This will be your answer. Your answer will be negative 1. After you find the gradient, write the general equation of all straight lines, then you are done. So what are we going to do once we reach there? What we are going to do is this. General equation of all straight lines is y minus y1 is equal to m cross, you say x minus x1. You do this. This is the equation that you are going to use, where you are going to say y is constant minus, what is your y1? Y1, what is your y1? You check there, it is a 6, which is equal to, what is your gradient? Gradient you've solved negative 1, so negative 1, open bracket. X is also constant. So the first, this x and this y, these are constant. There is nothing like y2, you can make such mistakes, so avoid that one. You say minus, what is your y1? Y1, it is 0. You check y1 there, it is 0, so you put a 0 there. Then you start the multiplication now. So what you are going to do is that the y will remain here alone, then the 6 will go to the other side. So what is negative x times x? That is negative 1 times x. That is negative x. You cannot say negative 1x. Then negative 1 times 0, so that is positive 0. When this one comes this side, it becomes plus 6. Have you seen? Here you can now conclude and say y is equal to negative x plus 6. So meaning, therefore, this one y is equal to is the what? Is the equation. So this is now the equation. Just conclude is the equation. Equation of what? Equation of line what? Line CD. This is how you need to answer that one. Have you seen the way I've answered this? This is how you need to work out that one. The first thing that you need to do is to find the gradient. After you find the gradient, the next thing that you need to do, the equation of a straight line. You come up with the equation of the straight line. then you substitute. You just substitute, then finally you've got this one as your answer. Y is equal to negative x plus 6. This is your answer. So this is the equation which you found. So whenever you see such equation in an exam, these are procedures that you need to do and follow. Let's make sure that we follow these procedures, we follow everything here. Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. So under the next question, so B, that was A. So we go to B. Under B, what are we told? B, we are told to find the distance. So distance, you are told to find the distance. Distance what? AB. This is what you are told. You are told to find distance AB. So you get your coordinates. Where is A? A coordinate. The coordinates of A are what? 6, 6. The coordinate for B, you are given A and B. The coordinates for B are what? What are the coordinates for B? The coordinates for B is 0, -2, -2, like that. So you've written these two coordinates. Then what's the next thing? The next thing that you need to do now is to write the formula for distance. There is a formula for distance that we get to use. So you need to make sure that you know the formula for the distance that you need to use. So what's the formula for distance? AB is equal to, so this is the formula for distance, where you say x2 minus x1 cross, then squared, plus you do y2 minus y1 cross, then a squared, like that. So this is the formula for what? For distance. So whenever you see such a question where you are told to find the distance, this is the formula that you need to use, where you say AB is equal to, you now substitute, you know that this one will become x1, y1, this one will become x2, this one, y2, like that. Where you substitute now, you write the square root. What is your y2? I mean x2. What is your x2? x2 is 0. So 0 minus. What is your x1? x1 is 6. So 6 cross, then squared. You say plus. Then what is your y2? y2, it is there. y2 is -2. What is your y1? You say minus. y1, what is your y1? y1, 6. Say 6, then you put a square there. This is what you are going to do. From here now you say AB is equal to, AB is equal to, you do this. AB is equal to, this is -6 squared plus here -8 squared, like that. That's what you are going to do. Here you continue. AB is equal to, what is -6 squared? That means -6 times -6. What answer are you getting? Positive 36. So 36 plus, this is the same as -8 times -8. What are you getting? 64. So you put your 64 there. Have you seen? So this is just the same as, under the same root, 36 plus 64, that's 100. What is the square root of 100? It is 10. So therefore AB is equal to what? 10 units. So that's the distance. You say 10 units. That's how you need to calculate the distance. So these are procedures that you need to do. This is what you need to know and understand. Let's make sure we get this. We understand all the necessary concepts that we need to do under this. Okay, so the next question, which is C, is telling us about the midpoint, how to find the midpoint. So it's telling us about the midpoint. How find the midpoint? It is saying find the midpoint. You are told to find the midpoint. Find the midpoint of AD. Find the midpoint of AD. How can you find the midpoint of AD? So you say, where is your A? Where is your A? 6,6. It is there, 6,6. And Have you seen and? Where is your D? You check your D. Your D is where? Your D is here, which is 6, 0 like this. These are the coordinates which you are given, and you want to find the midpoint with these coordinates. So you say midpoint of this. So midpoint, I'm going to say MP, which is equal to. The formula that we get to use is x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over what? Over 2. You cross. This is the formula that you need to use each time you want to find the midpoint of a line. So where you're going to say this is x1, this is y1. This is x2, this is y2. Then you substitute in the formula which you are given. You just substitute in this formula which you are given, which will be equal to, you do this. What is your x1? 6 plus x2, 6 over 2, comma, what is your y1? 6, y2, 0 over 2, like this. Then if you further work out this, what will be your answer? What will be your answer? 6 plus 6, 12. 12 divided by 2, it is 6, comma. What is this plus? 6 plus 0, 0. 6 plus 0, 6. 6 divided by 2, it is 3. So meaning this is your midpoint. This is how you need to find the midpoint. This is how we calculate the midpoint. So these are things that I want you to know. These are things that I want you to understand. Let's make sure that we understand all these procedures that I'm doing. Let's make sure that we get the necessary concept. Revise through this and the paper will be very simple. You are going to tell me the paper will be very simple, to be the simplest paper ever that you are going to write. Okay, so let me also I write something here. Let me write something here. I write something here. So coordinate geometry can come in different ways. What you need to do is simple work. Like, let's say you're just given a graph like this, something like this. Then they tell you, they'll bring a line here. They'll say this, the point that is here is 4. The point that is there, it is 3. Then you know that 0, you know that this is the x-axis, that is the y-axis. Then they name this point A, then they put this point as what? As B. Then they tell you that find the distance between A and B. You know that you get a coordinate. A coordinate which is at A is what? 4, 0. But a coordinate which is at B is what? 0, 3. So you can fail to find the distance here with the formula that I've given you. You can't. You just get this, you find the distance. With that formula, let's say x1, y1, x2, y2. If you are told to find the gradient, can you fail? You can't. So just the matter of understanding the question and understand what you're given. Don't say this one came under the graph, this one came under this. No. The key thing here is understanding the point. Once you understand the point, then everything will be very easy. So like in this case, you know that if you're told to find AB, let's say you're told to find distance AB. Distance AB, you know that AB, the coordinates you are going to use for A, the coordinates for A are 4, 0, and you say and what? B, which are what and what? 0, 3. These are the two coordinates. You say this is x1, this is y1. This is x2, this is y2. Can you fail to find the distance? No, you cannot fail. So these are simple stuffs that you need to do. It's just a matter of understanding the question. So if you are given find A, B, you just get A coordinate, B a coordinate. Find the midpoint. You get this one and that one. Then you work out with the formula which I've given you. These are simple things, so don't be discouraged whenever you see a question just like this, then you feel demoralized. No, just make sure that you understand the question clearly, remove fear. So fear can make you fail things that you know. Once you are afraid, even the questions that you know, you can fail to answer them because of fear. So let's make sure that we don't have fear even as we go and write the exams. Okay, let's move to topic number 6. Topic number 6, I believe we've understand coordinate geometry. We are able to answer questions under coordinate geometry. We are able to work out questions under coordinate geometry. So the other thing also that I could also, before I proceed to the other thing, I've just remembered something. If you are given a line like 2y minus 2x minus y is equal to 4, you are taught to find the gradient of this. How can you find the gradient of this one? Gradient, you know that the equation should be written in this format. This is how the equation should be, like this. So how can you find the gradient? This one, which is attached to x, that's the gradient. So you cannot tell me that this is your gradient if you have not written this very well. So you must make y the subject of the formula. So just take y to the other side. The 4 comes here. So you're going to have what? 2x minus 4, which is equal to what? Equal to y. This is what you are going to have. Then you've made y subject to the formula where you say y is equal to just 2x minus 4. So meaning the gradient is this one. So in this case, the gradient is what? 2. You are done with this. This is how you find the gradient. Then what if you are taught to find the gradient that is perpendicular to this line? So the gradient that is perpendicular to this line, as long as you found the gradient, which is 2, you just say m1 times m2 is equal to -1. Then m1 you found is 2, m2 is equal to -1. Divide both sides by 2, divide both sides by 2. This cancelled. You just say m2 is equal to -1 over 2. So this is the gradient of the line that is perpendicular to that. So any line that is perpendicular to that, this is how you need to work out. This is the gradient that you have. This is the gradient that is perpendicular to that one. But this one is not perpendicular. This is the normal gradient. But this gradient is the gradient that is perpendicular to that. These are procedures that you need to follow. These are procedures that you need to understand. Okay, let's move to the 6th one. Let's move to the 6th topic. Let's move to the 6th topic in our lesson. So topic number 6 that we are going to do is falling under functions. This is falling under functions. So topic number 6 is falling under functions. So if we've done functions we've covered a lot of questions under functions. So I won't revise so much on this because I've done a lot of videos on functions. So what I'm going to do, I'll just give one question here which we are going to practice together. So the question is saying the function, this is what you're given, the function f and so the function f and g are defined. So are defined. The function f and g are defined as f of x. So f of x, which is equal to 2x plus 1, and g of x is equal to 3x minus 5 over 2 Then the question is saying, the first question you are told find what? The first question, what are you told to find? In the first question, you are told to find f inverse of x. This is what you are told, f inverse of x. This is a past paper question. If you've been going through past papers, you know where this one is coming from. So you are told to find f inverse of x. How can you find f inverse of x? What you are going to do, you are going to get this, the first one here, which is what? Which is y. So you get the f here. So where this one is coming from, so it's coming from where? F of x. There is f there. F of x is equals to what? 2x plus 1. This is what you are given. It's coming from this one, f. So where there is f of x, you put y. Y is equal to 2x plus 1. This is what you're going to do. You put y. Then after you reach here, you need to make x the subject of the formula. So you need to make x the subject of the formula. How can you make x the subject of the formula? You just say this one comes this side. So you're going to have y minus 1 is equal to what? Is equal to 2x. You are making x the subject of the formula, so you divide by 2, you also divide by 2 here. This and that cancelled. So these two are going to be cancelled. What are you going to remain with? You are going to remain with x is equal to y minus 1 over 2. This is what we are going to remain with. So we've made x the subject of the formula. So since we made x the subject of the formula, so what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to say, therefore, f inverse of x now is equal to, so my answer is equal to, where there is y there, I'll put x. I'll say x minus 1 over 2. So this is my answer. This is how you need to solve that one. These are procedures that you need to do. So make sure you get the necessary concept here. You understand this very well. So let's make sure we get the concept here. So I've done a lot of videos on this. If you are not understanding this part, you can check through my channel. You are going to see a lot of videos under functions. Okay, so we move to part B. We move to part B now. Hope you've understood this one. We move to part B. Part B, what are we told? So under part B, we are told to find fg of x. This is what we are told to find. You are told to find fg of x. These are called what? These are called composite functions. These are called composite functions. So these are composite functions. These ones are called composite functions, where you combine two functions to form one function. So the first one which is given, it is f. So we are going to start with f. We are going to say f. What is f of x? F of x is equal to what? 2x plus 1. This is what you are given. Then the next question, what are you told? What are you told in the next question? Then next step, f. You put now the g there. So you put now the g. So what will happen is this. Here where there is x here, that's where I'm going to put the function g here. Just this part here. Where is the function g? The function g is here. This is the function g. So 3x minus 5 over 2. I'm going to put it just here where there is x here alone. So everything will maintain where there is x. I'm going to put 3x minus 5 over 2. I do this. Then I say plus 1. The plus 1 which is there. So this is what I need to do. These are procedures that you need to get. Then I say f g of x is now equal to, these two are going to be cancelled. I'm going to remain with 3x minus 5 plus 1. This is what I'm going to remain with. So this is what I need to do. This is what I need to get. So these are procedures you need to do. So from here now, you say fg of x now is equal to 3x, then negative 5 plus 1. Negative 5 plus 1 is what? Negative 4. Like this, you are done. So this is your what? This is your answer. That's how you need to answer such a question. So any question that will come in an exam, I'm sure functions will come. All these things that we are doing here, you are going to see them in your exams. So this one will come in your exams. Let's make sure that we practice through, we understand all the necessary concepts. So from here now, there is a C question. There is a C question. C. Part C. So part C, you are told to find fg of what? Fg of 4. This is what you are told to find. Fg of 4. You are told fg of 4, which means fg of 4, you ask yourself, where is the function fg? The function fg is here. You are just from solving. So you say fg of x is equal to what? 3x minus what? Minus 4. That's what you're going to do. Then where there is x, you're going to put a 4. So you just say fg of x is equal to 3, then you put a 4 there, minus 4, which is equal to, so fg of 4. You're going to put a 4, so even here you put a 4 because you've substituted a 4 there. Put a 4, which is equal to, what do you get? 3 times 4, it is 12. 12 minus 4. Your final answer is what? 8. That is your answer, 8. So 8 is your what? 8 is your final answer. This is how you need to do, this is how you need to work out this part. So these are procedures that you need to do. These are steps that you need to understand. Let's move to the last question under functions. We move to the last question under functions. So the same question here, what if you are told to find x? So what if you are told to find x? The same question, the way it is, now you are told to find x. They'll tell you find value of x. They're telling you find the value of x if, they're telling you if what? G of x is equal to 6. Have you seen the way the question is? This is how the question is. They are telling you to find the value of x if g of x is equal to 6. Where is g of x? You say g of x is equal to 3x minus 5 over what? Over 2. This is what you are given, over 2. Then g of x, this is what? This is g of x. So g of x, there is 6. So you put 6 is equal to 3x minus 5 over what? Over 2. This is what we are going to do, over 2. Then you say over 1 here, then you cross multiply. You cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, 2 times 6, 12. 12 is equal to 3x minus 5. This is what we are going to have. From here, you group the like terms. So just need to group the like terms together. How should you group the like terms together? You say 12, this one comes this side, becomes positive 5, which is equal to 3x. From here now, you say, what's the answer there? What answer are you getting? What will be your answer? 17. 17 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. This cancelled. You just say, therefore, x is equal to 17 over 3. You can just leave it like that. There is no problem. You can leave it like that. So that is your answer. That's how you need to solve that one. So any question that will come in that way, that's how you need to solve it. Those are procedures that you need to get. Those are procedures that you need to understand. We move to the next one. Let's move to the next one. We move to the next question. Let's move to the next topic. This is all you need to understand under functions. So we are still under lesson 2, final revisions. So we move to the 7th topic. So let's move to the 7th topic, our 7th topic in our revisions. We move to the 7th one. So what is our 7th topic? It's falling under sets. Our 7th topic is falling under sets. It's falling under sets. So the first question I'm having here is this. This is the first question that I'm having here, which is saying, the first question here is saying shade. They are telling me to shade B complement intersection A intersection C. This is what I'm told. I'm told to shade. How can I shade this? So I'm given something like this. This is what I'm given. So you are going to see this question in your exams. It is a must. So here there is A, here there is B, here there is C. This is what you are given. So how can you shade that one? What are they telling you? So what they are telling you is that B complement, B complement. Have you seen B complement? They don't want what is in what? What is in B. So this O set B is removed. We remove this set B. Then we concentrate where A and C are intersecting. What's that region? The region it is here. Just this region. Have you seen? This is the region here that I need to shade. So B complement, you remove B. Then where A and C are intersecting is this. You cannot shade this part that is there because they are saying B complement. Have you seen? Like this, you are done. So this is how you need to do it. These are things that you need to get and understand. Let's make sure we understand these procedures. We follow everything that I'm trying to illustrate here. Under this same thing, you are given now to, so let me change the question. The same thing here. So this one is like this. This one goes there. This one comes here. This is what you are given. So this, then let me change the question. Let me say, what if you are told to shade? Now, they are telling you to shade A complement intersection A union C. You are told to shade this. How can you shade that part? How can we shade that part? What are they saying? They are saying A complement. A what? A complement. This is what they are saying. They are telling us that A complement. So A complement. What are we supposed to do? A complement. What are some of the things we need to put into consideration? A complement, you remove set A. Remove this one. Then intersection of what? A union C. Have you seen? Remove A. You remove this one. You remove. There was a mistake here. It's supposed to be B. So it's B there. That's a mistake that I made. So B there. So remove A. You remove set A here. You remove this O set. Then B union C. B union C. B union C is this one. So just shade everything here. This is what you're going to shade. You shade everything there. Have you seen like this? This is how we shade. You remove what? You remove the A here because it is not included. Like that, you've answered the question. Have you seen? You've answered the what? You've answered the question. So if it was like that, that's how you need to do it. These are procedures that you need to get and understand. So let's make sure we know this part, we understand it clearly. If we add union, so if there was union here, you need to shade this outside part if there was union there. But intersection means where these three sets are intersecting, just here, not concentrating on the outside part. So here you say universal. This will be given for you already. Just a matter of you answering such a question. Just a matter of you answering such a question. Okay, so now what if you are given something like this, something which is different? So something which is different, you are given something different. What if now you are given a set, they have already a set shaded for you, then you are just told to describe something like this. This is what you are given. This is your A, this is your B, this is your C, like this. Then they have shaded this part here. This is the part they have shaded. They have shaded that part there. That's the part they have shaded. This part. They have shaded that part. Hope everyone is able to see. Hope everyone is able to see. Like this. Then you are told to describe. This is how questions will be coming. Describe. They will tell you describe. Describe using set notation. They'll tell you to describe using set notation. So how can you describe using set notation? You see, they just want what is in A and B. They don't want what is in C. So this is C complement. Then intersection, these are just intersecting. Then you say A union B. Like this. You are done. So this is how you need to answer it like this. Have you seen? C complement, they don't want what is in C, but they want what is in A and B. Or this can also be written in this manner. It can be written where you just say A union B like this, then you say intersection C complement. This is just one and the same thing. So this is just one and the same thing. This is what you need to do. These are things that you need to get. Understand them clearly. You are going to find such questions in your exams. Such questions will come in your exam. So let's make sure we revise through this. We understand all the procedures that we need to do. We understand all the procedures that we need to do. So I'll leave you with two questions here which you are going to practice. I'll leave you with two questions. So I'm going to leave you with two questions that you are going to practice, then we are done. So this one I want you to describe. You know that you are describing using set notation. This one describe here. So I want you to describe what I'm going to shade here. So describe what I'm going to shade in here. So this is what you are given. So I'll say this is my A, this is my B, this is my, let me say, okay, as usual, we say C and B here. I do this. Then this part is the only part that I've shaded. I want you to describe this one. So I want you to describe this. I want you to describe this one. You describe this one. Then this is your first question. You describe this one. The second one that I want you to shade. So shade. You make 3 boxes. You shade A union C complement intersection B. So these are the two questions that I want you to practice here, like this. So you shade. These are the two sets, plus this one, 3. So this is A, this is B, this is C, like this. These are the two questions I've given you. So these are the two questions I've given you. The first one you describe that one. The second one is you to shade. You answer this part. Thank you so much. So if you are new, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you are writing next year, I can prepare you for your exams. Just need to contact me on my number. I prepare you for your exams. So I just need to prepare you for your exams. So this is the line that I use. I offer tuitions in mathematics at an affordable fee. So this is my number. Thank you so much. So if you're looking for tuition, or if you've got someone that wants tuition, you can give them this line. I'll be able to help them in mathematics or science. Thank you so much.